and they just couldn't. At one point, my sister actually gave me some tapes by a very well-known coach, and she said, you know, listen to these, maybe they'll help you. And I said, you know what, I have my faith, I don't need a guru. And I was right. A few weeks later, I started to listen to the coach. I started to listen to this man through these tapes, and I realized that I didn't need a guru, but what I did need was a coach that had strategies to get myself out of the depression that I was in, and to help me through everything else that I needed to handle in my life. So finally, I started to go to seminars, I started to do tapes, read books, everything that I could. My life began to change. Slowly but surely, it began to change. And finally, I started to notice that in order to really make changes, I needed to tweak it to me. It needed to be personalized to me. While the generic whatever was helping me, it really wasn't totally towards me. And once I started to tweak what I was learning, that's when things began to change. And that's when I lost 180 pounds. I was no longer clinically depressed. I was no longer suicidal. I was no longer binging. Things started to fall into place. I could make decisions on my own. Was my life perfect? I wish I could tell you that my life was perfect at that point, but it wasn't. I still had things that I was struggling with, money being a huge one. I actually, even though I got my body into shape and my mind into shape as far as my body was concerned, and as far as my self-esteem was concerned, I really never worked on my money issues, and I ended up bankrupt, and literally bankrupt. And that was one of the hardest things that I've ever gone through in my life, to feel that kind of shame. It was even worse than being fat for me, is just having that stigma of, you know, not paying people back and going bankrupt and saying, I just can't handle this. And I just really hated myself for that. So that began another episode where I had to learn how to handle things in a way that was really tailored towards me. And a few years later, what happened was, in a month's time, 3 of my friends said to me, I envy you. And I just couldn't understand why they were saying this. Why do you envy me? And I'm thinking to myself, I've been depressed. I've been on Prozac, for gosh sakes, to the point where I wasn't even feeling a thing, and was afraid that I could kill somebody and not even care. I had checked myself into the eating disorder clinic. I had declared bankruptcy. How could you envy me? And what they said was, I had gotten to the point where I was living life on my terms, and I had taken care of the major things in my life, but I was living life on my terms. I did what I wanted to, when I wanted to, and I had freedom. And they saw that, and they wanted that, and they didn't know how to get to it. And when I realized that, and I realized that all my life I had wanted to help people really change their life, change the way they feel about themselves. And when I realized that I had strategies that they didn't, and I could actually help them by being a coach, that's when I decided to start Enviable Life Coaching. The Enviable Life obviously was because they said, I envy you, and so I said, Okay, the name of my business is going to be Enviable Life Coaching. And it's not about envying my life, because my life is so very different from what anyone else's life is probably going to be when they think of their enviable life. I'm out here in San Diego, California, which is a dream of mine. I have 3 cats, a dream of mine, and I am really living a life that I love. I go to the beach a few times a week. I really enjoy my life. I play on the swings. I do whatever it is that I really want to do, which is so cool. But it's not, my enviable life isn't necessarily your enviable life. So I have become a coach. I have done seminars down at the Learning Annex in New York. I've been quoted in several media sources, and I am just looking forward to helping more people. Right now, Enviable Life, we have some teleclasses up. I am doing one-on-one coaching, and pretty soon I will be doing a podcast which will be free on the internet, which will be great. And we'll also have more of these short videos to let you know how to really take charge of certain aspects of your life, strategies, maybe little thoughts for the day. But that's what we're doing at Enviable Life Coaching. And through these strategies that I have created and really tailoring them to you is really what is going to help you transform your life. You know that there are areas of your life that you want to change. There's always areas of life where we all want to change. I still want to change. Every day I want to grow, I want to contribute more. So every day there's something else. But what you need are the strategies. What you need is a coach to help you find those strategies and to hold you accountable. And that's what I do at Enviable Life Coaching. So if you're interested, and I can't imagine that you wouldn't be, you can contact me at www.enviablelife.com, or you can dial the toll-free number at 1-866-784-1306. And again, my name is Debra Hogestrat. It has been a pleasure to be here with you, and I look forward to speaking to you either on a teleclass or in one-to-one coaching, or maybe at a seminar. Thank you very much again, and make your life great.